SEED stands for Seeking Educational Equity and Diversity. It is a national program that's been around for about 32 years or so, started by Peggy McIntosh from Wesley College. And what SEED really is it's a diversity seminar that is much different than anything I've ever been a part of in my life. We study what we call the scholarship on the shelves and scholarship of ourselves. And the difference between that is we have like current literature that we follow through like race and gender and sexual identity and ageism and all those kind of things. But the thing that SEED adds to that is these perspectives what's in the room, and that's the curriculum in the room. And that's the stories that people have inside of them, their experiences. They explore, they go on this journey, and you get to go along with them. And in doing so, you get reflections back to you, some things that feel common. And then a lot of times you get a lot of what we call window experiences, where you're like, oh, wow, I've never seen that before. It's like looking into another world. And what I think it ultimately does is develop empathy in a way that having those kind of cerebral conversations just can't do.
So SEED was started at our school because we wanted to break down some walls around diversity and to get people talking. And that has to do with just being more open to different types of people. And so the reason that I wanted to get involved in it is because I felt like I was kind of raised in a bubble, coming from a really small town in Michigan, and had not really been exposed to a whole lot of diversity in my upbringing. So being a part of this group has allowed me to learn new things about different types of people, and just having many aha moments during conversations during our meetings.
I love the conversations. I was surprised at how much I learned, or even maybe more surprised at how much I thought I knew about certain topics. And, just having those conversations where you think you know your point of view and you think you know your argument about something, and then you listen to all the shared stories and you change, and you have that aha moment. And I didn't realize how much listening to others would change your opinion, your views, and, just outlook on a lot of different topics.
I think in our everyday activity, you get to know people, or you think you get to know people, but you don't really know people, how they evolved into who they've become. And I think the experience kind of has stripped down some of those things, or the barriers that we put up when we put on like our good face in order to meet people. So it was really good to strip down and kind of let people see into who you are and get a better understanding of people, because it helps you to just understand relationships better, or relationships between people in the same space.
The way that it's made me feel is, I guess, maybe more thoughtful, and definitely more sensitive to other people that come into my life and other situations. So we have something called SEED moments, where all throughout the month you're supposed to be kind of picking up different things, whether it's in the media or it's in a conversation you've had or something that you saw happen in your life throughout that month, and we bring it back to the meeting and we talk about our SEED moments. So what it's doing is it's making us always aware of, whether it's an inequitable thing that's just happened to somebody, or how somebody was treated, whether they're LGBT, or it's a Black woman who's getting treated poorly in a situation at a grocery store. I mean, whatever it could be. Those things are just always in my mind now, and making me definitely be more thoughtful as to how I react to different situations.
I think now I go into a lot of situations, or as we call them, SEED moments. There are a lot of situations or experiences that I might go through where I will just kind of listen or ask additional questions and try to have a better understanding, instead of just already having a comment that I have always had ready. So I think my approach has changed.
I think the first thing that you think it's all about is about the school. And I think that the main thing that I learned is not really about the school. It's about people and how people function in society and move around. And I think that if you kind of pose it like this is a window that kind of helps you through some stuff, and there's no element in your life where some of the tools that you learned here wouldn't be applicable. Like there's nothing you do on a day-to-day basis where something that you learned here wouldn't apply. So it's not just about the school. Of course, that's what we're here for. Of course, it's about creating a better environment for our kids, but at the same time, it's a better home life, it's a better work life, it's a better life. It's just getting to understand life generally. So that's what I would share with them. And people don't understand maybe how much work situations apply to this, things that happen at work, and all of these things that happen throughout your day, and you kind of have these aha moments from them, and it kind of gives you a bit of clarity.
Since I've been involved in this, I am constantly talking about it. So I'm telling people about this group. I'm telling them things that I've learned, how it's impacted me, and I just am constantly sharing the excitement that I have for the time spent. And you know what I would say to people that might want to be getting involved in this group is, you know, I'm a super busy mom and I have a super busy career and whatnot, and I do a lot of traveling for work, but I always make time for this group. Like that's how important it's become in my life, and that it really has made me want to have these conversations and to show up, and I feel like I owe it to the people that are part of the group to be here.
You know, you think you learn everything through whatever reading or research, you know, and this was kind of just good, deep conversations that gave you kind of information or knowledge that you can't get in a book.
I feel like it's helped me just to understand, and I can't fix people, but it just helps me to kind of manage my reactions, manage my expectations of other people, and just try to find different ways to be on the same page.
This is a good starting point to get to know more people at our school and in our community.